Said yesterday at practice, you told us a month ago we'd be in the Patriot League semifinal against Bucknell. Would have taken it. Again, his team 4 straight, winning 6 of 7. And Bucknell winning 7 in a row and 10 of its last 11. We're underway here from Soika Pavilion. The orange here for the Bison at home. And blue unis on the road for Navy. Donovan Draper driving in, overshot it. And a rebound down to Elvin Edmonds. 74 points per game for the Bison on the year. 77 in league play. Number 1 of the Patriot League in scoring the basketball. There's Williamson, the lob inside. Contact from Navy, physical defense and rebounding, a hallmark of Ed DeCella's teams. And certainly trying to get into Williamson. Nice pickup there by Draper. Leaves off for Aiden Keogh, and the 6'10 junior lays it in.
Well, we've already seen a physical start here to this game. Really important for Navy to get out to a good offensive start, and that's what they do well. An offensive rebound, extra opportunity for the mids.
And the mids have been picking up the scoring. Only scored 4 times their majority of the season. They've scored 80+ 3 of the last 4 games, including 86 in the road win at BU in the quarterfinals. There's Benini on the deck. Tony Crisp leading this officiating crew along with Tim Smith and Greg Moyer. Ed DeCella's trying to pump his group up. So Bucknell foul in that scramble. And Benini will bring it up the floor. Be on Elvin Edmonds. Inside, you see the slap there as Edmonds got a mid on that to take it away from Draper. Edmonds working on Benini. Skip to the corner. Rasheal Spinone, the transfer from Davidson. There's Bosco. 5th in the league at scoring 16 per game, tapped away. Under 10 of the shot clock, Spinone walks in and scores. Top defender on this team, his scoring continues to grow.
And now the fans can have a seat. The faithful here stand for that first basket. What a crowd environment here. Students not on campus, home for spring break, but the town is out in full force today.
Bijiak with the rebound. Bucknell sweeping the games against Navy in the regular season. Williamson to the corner. Bijiak. Navy talked about the challenge of guarding Noah Williamson. Kehoe comes out on high. Bucknell ends up settling for a Spinone 3. Bijiak can't get the board. Draper comes away with it.
Nice stop by Jordan Pennick there on the weak side. Long shot, long rebound, full box out. Little things when you're on the road. Hustle plays, loose balls, offensive rebounds. That's what Navy's looking for this afternoon.
Benini puts it on the deck. Leaves off. Flying in, Jinu Kim, sophomore from Overland Park, Kansas, able to score.
Nice role player for them. Toughness on defense. Any added offense, certainly a plus. Really important for Navy to get out to a good offensive start, and they've done that here early on in this game.
And DeCella's team fell behind. Meeting earlier this year against Bucknell, chasing the game the rest of the way. Right now, by a bucket early on. Bosco flashing to the cup and lays it in. 6-foot senior from Milton, Ontario in Canada. Man, he can drive and go.
Veteran floor general, first team All-Patriot League. Certainly one of the guys in the consideration for Player of the Year in the Patriot League. He has been terrific all season for John Griffin.
Look at Bosco and how he's elevated his game. Look at the Patriot League schedule as well. 4-4 early, and then they've won 10 of their last 11. Mo, the only loss was in double overtime to Army. One of 9 overtime games this Bucknell team has played this year. That's a new Division I NCAA record for a single season.
Yeah, they've been the most dominant team in the Patriot League, February into early March here, and at home in front of their home fans, and Bosco delivers early for the Bison.
Mike Woods. Lysander Renstrom on the baseline goes back to Woods, but they call a walk on the mids. 3rd turnover on Navy. You look at Austin Benini and what he and his team have been able to do. Again, you talked about improved scoring. They certainly have been able to do that. And again, eclipsing 80 in 3 of the last 4 contests. A little bit more when Navy was offensively challenged in recent years at times.
Yeah, Benini coming off 30 big points in the quarterfinal at BU. Navy's also won their last 2 road games, so a team that not intimidated in this tough environment this afternoon. Should I say late morning, Jason? It's an early start here in Lewisburg.
Yeah, with the time shift, getting things rolling here in Bucknell. Aiden Kehoe trying to impede the progress of Williamson, picks up the foul. Defending without fouling, Ed the Cellist talked, was the key. These are the top 2 teams getting points from the free throw line in the league, but in the first 2 matchups, Bucknell made more than Navy attempted. That's certainly a concern for the mids to keep the Bison off the strike.
And Navy going with a much smaller lineup here now with Woods guarding Noah Williamson. Actually, Benini out on Williamson now in a mismatch.
Yeah, trying to use speed as opposed to size to bother him, and it turns into a turnover. Benini, baseline attack cut off by Bosco. Pennick. He'll take a path to the bucket and gets the roll. Jordan Pennick, sophomore from Reisterstown, Maryland, and 10 points, couple of steals in the quarterfinal win at BU on Thursday.
Yeah, just over 10 points a game. He shot 172 threes on the year, but that time taking it to the rim.
Draper, again, has been feasting on the glass of late for Navy. Grabs another board there. Woods, little pull-up, got it. Again, really come on strong, starting with a win over Army in Annapolis last month, and he's just kept delivering game in, game out for the Bids.
A little bit of the junkyard dog for Ed DeChellis and his staff, can do a little bit of everything. And this smaller lineup for Navy, difficult guard for Bucknell.
Mids by 4. Over 5 minutes into this opening half. Brandon McCreesh attack on the baseline, and another trip to the free throw line ahead for the Bison. Timeout on the floor. Ed DeChellis and company doing well on the road thus far. Jordan Pennick able to get that bucket, and a little pull up from Mike Woods. 8-4 Navy early on the road.
Fed Credit Union, we help our members make the most of their personal finances so they can make the most of their dreams.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
All right, trainees, let's say Glenn is a customer.
I'm a customer in this scenario.
What do we do?
Protect what's important to him.
And how do we do this?
We help with car, home,
Both.
RV coverage.
Great, apply coverages. Because you never know what life is going to surprise you with at 90 miles per hour.
Did Coach say 90?
Push him out there.
You've got this, Glenn.
Am I gonna feel this? I felt that.
Is he okay?
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Oh, he's moving.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability. What you might not know, performance and durability go along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. World-class engineering and rigorous testing to ensure our tools stand the test of time without testing your wallet. Now it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
The guy made a left into the river. Daddy's home. Hey, you got that thing?
Yeah, I got that thing.
Throw it in the fridge.
Oh, what's this? You keep dog food in the fridge?
It's not dog food. It's Fresh Pet. Real meat, real veggies for my boy Junior.
No disrespect, but what are we doing here?
Anybody asks, we were at Grandma's.
Fresh Pet. It's not dog food, it's food food.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Kubota. Together we do more. By Geico. Whatever you need, get more with Geico. And by Walmart. Get your essentials delivered in as fast as an hour with Walmart Express Delivery.
A look at the last postseason meeting between Navy and Bucknell came in the 2017 Patriot League semifinal round. Bison won it, went on to win the championship game against Lehigh, the first of back-to-back tournament titles, the last 2 of the 6 earned by Bucknell in program history. John Griffin was an assistant coach for those back-to-back titles. Of course, won a couple as a great player here, now his second year as head coach at his alma mater. His team, they've had some fast starts of late, but not one today. And Noah Williamson, Mo, no points, 1 foul, 2 turnovers.
2 physical plays against him early. Coach Griffin puts him on the bench. I like that move. Just let him get on the bench, kind of catch his breath a little bit. It was fun talking to John a little bit before the game and asking about this big moment. He's like, hey, I've been here before. You know, he's been there as a player, as an assistant, bleeds that orange, and just anxious to see how his team would respond. And early on, you know, physical play, and I like a little change in defense here. Go to the bench as well with a little smaller unit and some athleticism for Bucknell.
Pip Ajayi in for Williamson, and the 6'7" senior from Calgary in Canada, he can provide some energy. Only averages 10, 12 minutes per game, but he's usually really productive. Number 23 in orange. Opportunity for 3, drained by Donovan Draper. Not the most likely three-point ace, sub 30% on the year, but Navy will advance the lead to 6.
Yeah, and that's 4 assists on 5 made baskets now for Navy.
Bosco, little teardrop floater, no. Ajayi can't get the rebound. Navy's got it. 7-1 run right now for the Mids. And 5 different players have scored. Draper feeling it.
Wow. The former football player with 2 big threes.
Started his career as a wide receiver for the Navy Mids on the gridiron. Now lighting it up for Ed DeCellis on the hardwood.
5K fun run.
Say hi to Patty, celebrated social worker.
Who's coming in second?
Self-appointed social chair. Potluck, kickball, last call.
Sign up for goat yoga.
You name it, she's on it.
Jim!
And you have 47 emails to prove it. But her capacity to care is unmatched. You need Patty. Patty needs a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you help Patty with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for her.
Good night, guys.
Let our expertise round out yours.
Navy spreading the offense and going to an unlikely threat on the perimeter.
Yeah, you see Draper here. He's setting the screen, and then he's going to pop back here, and the help is late. Bijiak late getting and closing out, and confidence after that first made 3. And sometimes the best way to get open, Jason, is set a good screen. And you see that from Draper there. His ability, obviously more known as a great athlete, offensive rebounder for Ed DeCellis, but setting a great screen and stepping back. Tough guard for Bucknell, and John Griffin with the quick timeout.
And Draper, 2-sport star in high school, started out playing football, but had been recruited by Navy a little bit in basketball, opted to make the switch. His second season on the floor, and impactful in a lot of ways for Navy. The contact inside. Lysander Renstrom will pick up his second foul. That'll get Pennick back up off the bench to come in for him.
Physical right now. Every play, screens. Navy trying to, you know, hold and grab and really make every cut difficult for Bucknell. And I mentioned it, Jason, this is an early start. We got daylight savings here as well, so early for these college students to get going here and get in a rhythm.
Bison just 2 of 6 from the floor, missing both triple tries. Ajayi backing down Kehoe, has to go regather in the corner. Edmonds, step back 3, can't hit it. He's been lighting it up from long range, over 50% from deep in Patriot League play. Ajayi got a piece, trailing on the way back for the block. McCreesh, yes! 43% accuracy from three-point land, 3rd in the Patriot League.
That started with great team defense in the transition. Pip Ajayi with the big block, playing without fouling against Benini, and a much-needed 3 for Bucknell.
First triple knocked out of the game for the Bison. Normally good for 8 from beyond the arc per game. Kim on the drive, trying to keep it going into Ajayi, who will pick up the foul. Jinu Kim tore up his knee in practice early last year, missed the rest of the season, and right now it's Bucknell looking to push.
Yeah, good defense leads to offense. Hustle back transition defense, throwing the ball ahead, and that makes for an open shot in transition. Good team defense leads to great offense for the Bison.
Kim with 7 on Thursday in Boston. See Williamson returning. How can Bucknell get him more involved? Josh Fulton also entering the game.
Yeah, first couple, possessions, real physical plays. Clearly Navy trying to be physical with the Patriot League Player of the Year, Noah Williamson. When you're struggling to get a little offense going, sometimes the best way is an offensive rebound or get to the free throw line. Noah Williamson, terrific, as well as Benini for Navy at getting themselves to the foul line.
So Draper will check out after those key threes. Aiden Kehoe returning. Edmonds and Bosco can both handle the basketball pretty well for Bucknell. Bosco, kick back, Williamson open, he'll take it well off the mark. Again, he's been streaky in threes this year, 32% overall on the year. Hit 9 in a row at one point in Patriot League play. That tied a school record. Now Fulton picks up the foul. Junior from Atlanta who missed all of last year, Mo, and John Griffith said may use him as length defending on the perimeter.
Yep, been a really good piece off the bench. Not really known for his offense, but good size, good athleticism, and back to Noah Williamson. There you see Coach Griff bleeds that orange, and former player. Noah Williamson, made 5 for 5 in a game at Colgate on the road early this year. So one thing he does really well is let the game come to him. And you see there that last possession, a little hesitation in that early 3. A lot of credit to Navy's team defense.
Josh Fulton picks up a second foul. You're watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota here from Bucknell.
When you need your sports in us now,
we're bringing you that breaking news right here on HQ.
Find it on CBS Sports HQ, streaming free anywhere you are.
What would you pay for an iPad Pro? I only paid $42 on Deal Dash.
DealDash.com. Online auction since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. And this smart charcoal grill sold for $16. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20. Deals like these and many more happen in the thousands of daily auctions on DealDash.com. All auctions start at $0. And remember, everything must go.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56. I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And you get a 90-day money-back guarantee with your first purchase.
This brand new iPhone sold for less than $42. And this DJI drone sold for less than $21.
And I got it for $16 on Deal Dash.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
There are auctions going on right now. So what are you waiting for?
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Mando's different. It's tough enough to control body odor in all your toughest smelling places. How does Mando work? Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. Our formula is powered by an acidified technology and pH optimized. It works by blocking bacteria from digesting fluids on your skin like sweat anywhere on your body. Order Mando Whole Body Deodorant today and control your body odor better everywhere.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
5-seed Navy leading top seed Bucknell 16-8 near the midway point of the first half. Just moments ago, Kiana Martin catching up with Bucknell head coach John Griffith.
Coach, Navy's certainly trying to play physical with you guys, but how do you get your offense going here in the first half?
Yeah, we have to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other. It's sticking to our players' hands, and because of that, our offense is a bit stagnant right now. I do think we're pressing a little bit, trying to score a 5-point play when there's only 2s and 3s, so just be unselfish, do what we typically do.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Here at Bucknell, they'd love to see Noah Williamson get involved, Mo. In the 2 wins against Navy, Williamson had 25 and 8 here, 29 points, 12 rebounds at Navy. Still hasn't scored yet as you look at the improvement under John Griffin last 2 years with him leading this program as far as conference wins go. Again, they didn't lose in this building to a conference foe. They've won 10 straight this year. But right now, they're in a big-time hole.
Yeah, gotten better and better. Navy came out and really set the tone here early with physical play. And, you know, obviously a couple big threes by Draper really got them going, and that's what they need. Team defense leads the quick offense.
3rd turnover on Navy. See if Bucknell can turn it into points. They had 17 points off of 12 turnovers in the OT win against Loyola here Thursday. And the kick basketball. In that game, Mo, they were up 17 in the first half against the Greyhounds and watched Loyola surge all the way back and survived in overtime. Now they're trying to flip the script a little bit and rally back here from the first half deficit.
And that possession, John Griffin and Bucknell tried to go inside to the 7-footer Williamson on the mismatch, and Navy comes back with that bigger unit. Aiden Kehoe tried to, you know, guard against that inside play, but definitely difficult to guard Williamson on the perimeter.
And they talked about the speed on the perimeter, potentially double him in the post. That'll help. Ruud Bijiek, junior from the state of Iowa, draining 3.
And the crowd starting to come alive here. Bucknell down 5.
Austin Benini hasn't scored either, so the 2 leading point getters still struggling to get it going. There's Bijiek.
Really nice screen by Noah Williamson there. And, you know, when you're not scoring, do the little things. And there you see the wingspan and the quickness of the 7-footer.
In addition to being League Player of the Year, also all defensive team selection too. Benini trying to get going. And another rejection. Williamson soaring over. Bucknell breaking. But Edmonds lost the handle. Benini at the other end, switching hands and gets it to go.
The roof was about to come off this place if Bucknell got a quick run out. Noah Williamson doing some terrific things defensively, but how about Benini? What a finisher around the rim.
Ed DeChellis will tell you, he can contort his body in ways you just can't
It's
teach.
amazing.
And now Williamson attacking on the baseline. That'll be the 2nd foul on Aiden Kehoe. 30 in the quarterfinal win for Austin Benini, including 24 in the second half. So he can score in bunches. And a lot of times doing it via the free throw line.
Navy back with this smaller lineup. Let's see if Bucknell looks to go inside to Noah Williamson.
Bosco, entry. Woods took it away.
Yeah, there it was. Just not a very good entry pass.
And at the other end, Woods coming down to score it. He is a jolt of energy off the bench every time Navy inserts him into the lineup.
Does a little bit of everything. And again, ball pressure, not allowing Williamson to get that post feed. And see here, this entry's got to be a dribble and a little bounce pass. Woods does a nice job, gets the steal, then gets all the way out, that little Euro step and finish.
Noah Williamson was complaining a little bit that he got fouled. While he was doing that, Woods busted down the floor and was open without a defender for the bucket.
And you know, Coach Griffin kind of mentioned that when Kiana spoke to him there. You know, team's a little tight right now. You're at home. You're the #1 seed. A lot of expectations. And I mentioned big key for Navy today, get out to an early start, and they've done that and clearly put the pressure back on Bucknell.
Largest lead here for the Mids at 9. Bosco back for Williamson. Waits and scores. Eluded Draper, who was hanging in the lane, and gets it to go.
Big time play by the Player of the Year. What hands he has, and soft hands, ability to catch and finish around the rim.
First bucket for Williamson, who averaged 20 points per game during league play alone, most for any player. Draper can't get it to go. Woods again.
There he is.
Yep. Feisty.
Yeah. junkyard dog. Just does a little bit of everything. And here you see Williamson roll to the basket. Great hands for the 7-footer. That is a really, really hard thing to do at 7 feet. And you see just physical play both sides. But Navy has done all the little things you need to do right now on the road to win.
Foul on Bichiak, his first. Team 6 on Bucknell. Woods hits the first free throw. Warner Ladder, proud title sponsor of the Naismith Coach of the Year Award. Join us over Final Four weekend as we highlight this year's winners. It's right here on CBS Sports Network.
You know, speaking of Coach of the Year, Bucknell kind of cleaned up in the postseason awards. The Patriot League, John Griffin, Coach of the Year, Patriot League Coach of the Year, Noah Williamson, Player of the Year, Bosco, first team. Terrific regular season, and in a tough one here at home this afternoon.
Edmonds on the drive, lost it out of bounds. It'll be Navy ball. A look at the award winners. Justin Vandermont of Lafayette, Defensive Player of the Year. Max Green was lights out, top rookie in the league. And Coach Griffin, Coach of the Year.
So many just terrific student athletes, Jason, we get to watch throughout the entire season from all over the country and abroad. And congratulations to all the award winners.
Pull up from Woods, offline. Offensive rebound there for Jinu Kim. Navy, last 7-8 years, been #1 in the league in offensive rebounding, and they get a second chance bucket.
You know, we talk so much about Benini and Williamson in the open, but it's been Kim and Woods and Draper doing all the little things for Navy here in the first half.
And that comes against a Bucknell team that's #1 in the league in defensive rebounding. Pipajayi trying to stem that Navy wave right now. Gets a key bucket off glass. Mids have 8 points off Bucknell turnovers so far. Pennick on the drive, hits the deck. And a foul there on BGF.
You know, when you're on the road, mentioned it, Navy's won their last 2 road games. It's little things. It's a hustle play. It's an extra effort. And, you know, get yourself to the foul line there. You see just at the very end, Ajayi with that reach down. The Canadian has been such a good lift for them off the bench.
Yeah, check it. Second foul on Ajayi. BGF remains with 1. Pennick at the free throw line. Navy 5 of 5 at the stripe. And they get about 14 points per game from the line, most in the Patriot League. But surprisingly, that guy hasn't gotten any yet. Benini still scoreless, Mo, or it should say 2 points with 1 bucket. But still hadn't gotten to the free throw line. He's made the 3rd most free throws in the nation this year. And still the Mids here have a double-digit lead without Benini lighting it up.
Shot 231 free throws this year. I like that move by Ed Vichelis and staff, taking Benini out, giving him a rest with an immediate timeout coming. And there is Mr. Bosco.
Little electric move and the finish from long range, and the crowd back into it.
It is loud in here. I mentioned the students on spring break, but this community is out in force today for their Bison.
Draper on the inside. Ajayi did enough to distract him. Bosco to the corner. Spadone, kick out. McCreesh for 3. Rimmed out. Bucknell with a mini 5-1 run in the last 90 seconds. Carnegie Johnson on the floor for Navy. Sophomore from Greenwich, Connecticut. Mids hitting just 1 of their last 4 shots. Johnson from the corner. Yes! Carnegie Johnson at a career-high 21 against Bucknell in the game in Annapolis, including 3 threes and a key one off the bench here.
And how about the drive and pass by Mike Putz again? Terrific finding him in the corner.
Woods, 3 steals, rebound, assist, 6 points. Difference maker for the Mids here. Spadone got his own rebound. And 1. BGX trying to collect himself. How about end-to-end action here? Johnson for 3, and then Spadone. Bucket and foul, but Bucknell still down. The Patriot League is dedicated to the development of the student athlete through excellence in athletic competition, challenging academics, personal growth, and contributions within their communities. The Patriot League places among the NCAA leaders in graduation rates annually, with graduates moving on to serve in all facets of society by using their talents and voices for positive change. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
Searching for the perfect underwear? Tommy John combines innovation and excellence in every pair. Available in multi-packs, Tommy John's breathable second skin underwear is even softer than cotton, with up to 4 times the stretch of competing brands. We've also crafted indulgently soft second skin sleepwear for him and her for luxurious evenings and mornings. Invest in your comfort worry-free. If you don't love your first purchase, we'll make it right, because if you dress to the nines, your underwear should be a 10. Go to TommyJohn.com and get 25% off your first order.
Kubota Orange Days delivers the savings you need for the life you love. Shop a wide selection of equipment at your local dealer, including America's #1 selling compact tractor. And get your perfect match delivered to your door. Designed for comfort and built for performance. Now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors. Sales ending soon. Find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Navy on the road, try to knock off 1 seed Bucknell, up 8. Kiana Martin just a bit ago with Navy head coach Ed DeChellis.
Coach, you guys certainly being able to set the tone early in this one. How do you continue to keep your foot on the gas and continue to dominate the pace of this game?
Well, we just got to continue to do what we do, and that's defend and rebound, and we're scoring up points. It's a good game. 2 good teams trying to fight their way through this thing. But physicality is going to be really important for both teams going down the stretch.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of physical, usually it's against your foe, not your teammate. Spadone pumped up after the bucket and foul. He whacked his teammate, Ruud Biciak, who maybe wasn't ready for it, and that's why he was trying to collect himself underneath the basket. That's some friendly fire.
Didn't know he had to have his fists up after the made basket. Certainly great enthusiasm and excitement, and I mean, that's the kind of stuff you just almost can't make up, but it's March, right? And it is physical. A bit of a punching match here, physical game. Coach DeChellis said it. This is a physical game. It started out that way, and it's going to continue that way throughout the rest of this contest, and that's the way Navy really wants to play it. Bucknell just hasn't been able to kind of get that stop and quick offense momentum to really get this crowd into the game.
Spadone well off. Ajayi able to scoot over and extend this trip down the floor for the Bison. Deep 3, Bosco. Yes! Top 10 in the league from 3, and that was from near the midcourt logo.
Sure was. The Canadian connection. Pip Ajayi with the offensive rebound off the missed free throw. Made 3 by Bosco, who has been one of the, if not the best guards in the Patriot League all season.
Team high 8 for Bosco. Navy lead down to 5. Turnover mids. Bosco, heat check. Spadone tangling for it, and it'll be Navy basketball.
You know, extra ball movement. Now this is deep. Feet set, great balance. Get the crowd into the game. Bosco's just been an offensive machine throughout this season.
Yes, it's a big midcourt logo, but it was still near the logo.
Yeah, did he check where the end of the logo was? I'll tell you what, great balance. And again, offensive rebound leads to that 3, and they're on the verge of a stop here and really, getting back into this game and getting the crowd involved. Benini been real quiet for Navy still, Jason.
Bison 4 of 10 from long range. Navy an efficient 3 of 4. Benini from the baseline. No. Hustling to get it back. Tied up with McCreesh. Held ball call. And the arrow going to favor Bucknell.
This is really the way this entire game has been played from the opening tip-off. Just physical wrestling. We've got wrestling, we've got punching, we've got guys on the floor. We got it all here today. Patriot League semifinal with a chance to win and advance and get to Wednesday's championship game.
How about the second semifinal following this one on CBS Sports Network? American, which shared the regular season title with Bucknell. Bison had the tiebreaker, a better record against a group of third-place teams than the Eagles had, but the Eagles will get four-time defending Patriot League champion Colgate. Raiders have to go on the road to try to win another Patriot League tournament title.
Yeah, and American has beaten Colgate twice this year. They always say tough to beat a team 3 times, and Bucknell's defense has started to turn it up here in the first half.
Yeah, Bucknell's been finding that out after sweeping Navy in the regular season. McCreesh driving along the baseline, and Donovan Draper will pick up the foul. And both teams in the bonus. That'll send McCreesh to the free throw line. Coach Griffin's team, and despite that subpar start, shooting 50% from the floor. And the miss, but an offensive board there for Spadone. Inside to Williamson stripped away. And again, his frustration continues to be evident.
And back-to-back offensive rebounds off a missed free throw.
7 turnovers in the half on the Bison. Woods can't stick that from distance.
And all of a sudden you kind of see some of the offensive challenges that Navy has. So again, for Bucknell, it's being strong with the ball down here and finding continued stops on defense.
Spadone attacking, no. Follows up himself again. And the Swiss import, Achille Spadone, with another trip to the free throw line. First-year transfer from Davidson Mo, started the year off on the bench, and then when Elvin Edmonds was hurt a little bit, he came in and has become a fixture since Ian Moda got hurt in the non-conference against Maryland. Moda, third leading scorer, out since for the rest of the year.
Yep, came over, did a prep school year at St. Thomas More in Connecticut, same place as Noah Williamson with the great Jerry Quinn.
Well, tonight, 6 Eastern, CBS Sports Network serves up a Pro Volleyball Federation showdown. You can catch some of the best players in the country squaring off. The Columbus Fury take on the Orlando Valkyries. Foul on Lysander Renstrom, his third, as you look at the numbers for Spadone. And again, made his name early in his first year with the Bison as a defender, but that scoring continuing to escalate.
Yep.
And he's helped out here in this first half now with a half dozen. And the Navy lead at 1 point, 11 trimmed to 3. Kim converts from the corner.
How about the pass by Austin Benini? Move without the basketball, unselfish, and that was a big, big basket for Navy.
And especially for Kim. Close to 40% on the year from 3, but it hit just 2 of his last 15 from distance. Williamson underneath, and Kehoe fouls. That'll be the third on Aiden Kehoe.
Drive, dish, and the mids finding their way here in Lewisburg early.
The road to the Final Four lies ahead. But to get there, you gotta win big. It's Bracket Week on CBS Sports Network.
What are we doing today, Coach?
So, today, we're going to work on our checking on...
Sorry, I heard checking.
A bit of a misunderstanding.
I meant checking on how we can help save our customers money on their car insurance.
And whether they need car, home, boat, or pet coverage.
Precisely. Now, let's go again. Susan?
Always wanted to do that.
My turn.
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Best day of training so far.
How's your elbow?
It's killing me.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But not with Greenie's dental treats. Greenie's, well-being made wonderful. Also, try Greenie's dog food and toppers.
Oh, our car's value went up.
Maybe we should track all our cars' value on Carvana. We need more trackers.
Ooh, I'm getting a value update. Do you see which one is going up?
How's it tracking?
Some dips, some rises. Now what? Hold?
Sold.
Track your car's value on Carvana today.
CBS celebrates Women's History Month.
Navy 31, Bucknell 25. Under 4 left to go. Proud basketball history here at Bucknell, including Jay Wright. Looking good, class of 1983. Look at the release form there.
Yeah, still got the great hair, got the short shorts on there. So much tradition here at Bucknell. Jay, very proud Bucknell alum.
Yeah, and we'll hear from him hanging out on AT&T at the half with Adam Zucker, Wally Zerbiak, Renee Montgomery. We'll get you caught up on all the latest college basketball news and highlights, all ahead on AT&T at the half. You're talking about those automatic bids. SIUE got the first last night in the OVC. And Omaha, the Summit League finally, we'll be able to see that later here on CBS Sports Network. But St. Thomas from Minnesota is still kind of transitioning to the Division I level. So Omaha has already clinched it. They'll still vie for the tournament title coming up.
Yeah, the Tommies have had a great year in their transition to Division I. And Omaha, tremendous season. Later on the network, we'll catch that when we get home, Jason.
Bucknell looking for its 7th Patriot League tournament title. And its first since back-to-back titles in 17 and 18. Noah Williamson, subject of our Reese's player profile. Patriot League Player of the Year, first team All-Patriot League, All-Defensive Team Mo. For a guy that 2 years ago as a freshman barely played.
Yep. Barely played, Jason. Not highly recruited out of St. Thomas More. Came here, learned, patient, gotten better and better. And great scorers find a way to get to the free throw line. And he's terrific there and kind of get himself going offensively.
And from Riga, Latvia, but he has found a home in Lewisburg. Woods. Pennick will pull up and score it. Look out. If he gets one, they usually come in bunches.
5 for 8 now from the 3 for Navy, and that's what they need on the road. Team that, as Coach mentioned, better defensively and toughness, but when they get that offense going, tough unit to beat.
Entry for Williamson, and Woods with the foul. Again, before the last break, Kehoe picked up his 3rd, so Woods trying to handle him in the post, and that's a big mismatch as you see Pennick rising and score.
Yeah, Jordan Pennick has been terrific all season, improved, and that quick touch there, and Williamson back on the line. I think it's important for Bucknell almost to slow the game down, and every time Williamson's got a mismatch around the rim, go to him because he's a terrific free throw shooter and his ability to just create fouls, the 7-footer.
Watching that one get a friendly roll. Bucknell 6 of 9 at the line. Got them both.
Great touch for a 7-footer. Great hands, great free throw shooter. Bright future for that young man.
See the foul issues for Navy. Those 2 with 3. The other one with multiple fouls is Mike Woods. Just had his 2nd. Pennick again. Can't get the roll. There's Woods. Outfoxing a 7-footer. Giving up 8-9 inches to Williamson and won the battle for the rebound. Draper can't keep his 3-point streak going.
That's really been the difference in the first half and why Navy has the lead. It's just some offensive rebounds, some hustle plays, but Bucknell's starting to wear down this Navy defense.
And now on the inside, that's Williamson going hard. It'll be a 2nd foul on Donovan Draper. We talked about Benini, Mo, who we haven't seen get to the free throw line. He's among the nation's leaders in making free throws and getting to the line. Williamson has gotten the 12th most free throw attempts on the year. As you look at Austin Benini, would have loved to be more of an offensive factor, but his team's still in front. Hit them both.
Yeah, and there's the reason, Jason, that Noah Williamson is on the radar of a lot of NBA scouts. A 7-footer who can just slow the game down, make free throws, great touch, step away and shoot a three. And, as you mentioned, a guy who's really still learning the game, but terrific free throws made by the Patriot League Player of the Year.
Bucknell's made its last 8 free throws. Back to a 3-point game. Draper. And Bichiek into the body. That's his second foul. John Griffin and DeChellis looking on. And you talked about kind of the emotions in the field. The teams that DeChellis and Navy maybe not expected to be here in the semifinals. Kind of relaxed yesterday at practice, and there was certainly a edge of intensity for John Griffin III and his group. Again, haven't been here as a program in a while, and you mentioned he's been here as a player and as assistant, but his players haven't been. And feels like they've shaken off maybe some early nerves.
I think they have, and a little bit of that you got to give Navy credit. They came out and really early executed their game plan, making it physical.
Timeout here. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Be back with under 2 left to go first half.
Dad, I'm a genius. I figured out how to make us penguins fly.
That's going to be tricky without wings.
Exactly. That's why I've got Red Bull. It gives you wings. All we have to do is drink it.
And how?
Come on, Dad, just drink it. But why?
Why? It's 40 degrees below. Do you think we're standing here for fun?
Red Bull gives you wings, but only if you drink it.
Aww.
Well, during the month of March, CBS Sports celebrates women's history, honoring the role of women inspiring generations to move forward together. A look at the Bucknell women's team ready to play at Colgate, the Patriot League women's quarterfinal tomorrow. But watching the game here, including Ashley Sofolkanik, Patriot League Women's Player of the Year. So they better be ready. Lehigh is the top seed. Mountain Hawks have been the class of the league this year. Let's see Trevor Woodruff and the Bison women. We'll see if they can go up to Hamilton, New York, and get a win and stay alive. Again, the Patriot League Women's Championship next Sunday, noon, right here on CBS Sports Network. Jason Nat Bocasera, Kiana Martin with you here for this first of 2 men's semifinals. American and Colgate to follow from D.C. Williamson on the flush.
Well, Navy went to a 2-3 zone out of the timeout. A lot of credit to Bucknell as they came out, saw a different defense, not panicking, and then get it to the big fella.
Took a while to get him invested, and now he's there. 10 points for Williamson. Turnover, Navy. Spadone missed it. Benini flashing back, and there you see, they were talking about it yesterday. What do you do against Benini? Throw numbers out there. Multiple guys try to impede his forward progress. Benini, tough pull-up. Can't get it. Benini just 1 of 7 shooting in the game. Does have 4 assists, but limited to 2 points. Leading scorer in the Patriot League in the regular season, 18 plus per game. Williamson twisting in, and another foul on a prime player. It's either going to be 3 on Draper or Woods.
Well, this was against the 2-3 zone. Nice job sealing up the lane by Noah Williamson. I talked about it in the open. Not only is he 7 feet, can shoot threes, but he's got great hands.
That will be the 3rd on Donovan Draper. And Williamson missing the first. McCreesh returns back in. Ed DeChellis talked about Noah Williamson. Again, normally a 7-footer. In the old days, did damage in the post. Ed DeChellis talked about him on the perimeter, Mo, and driving by guys, so problematic to try to defend.
Well, I just circled it, and what he's done is he's put the entire Navy team in foul trouble, so he's created a lot of havoc. Missing 2 free throws there, a little fatigue. 10 on the game and shot clock here.
See what Bonini and company have in store. Bonini kicks back, Woods, tough ball away, no. The Mids lead at 1 point, 11. Whittled down to 3 at the break. Austin Bonini just 2 points, but Navy still in front. Noah Williamson finding his game, and the Bison riding him back in it as they head to the locker room as the 1 seed here in the Patriot League semifinal.